They say some Roblox stories are fake until one small detail makes them feel way too real. A strange message, a glitched server, a player who keeps appearing where they should not be. But today's story is not just about a creepy account. It's about a girl who thought she had found the perfect person to play with every night, until that person started knowing things he was never supposed to know. So before we begin, I want you to answer one thing in the comments. If a random Roblox friend started describing your real room perfectly, would you block them instantly, or stay to find out how they knew? Be honest, because the girl in this story made the wrong choice, and after that, nothing felt safe anymore. Like the video, subscribe, and stay until the end, because the final thing she saw on her screen is the kind of image you do not forget. This story is about a 14-year-old girl named Elena. Elena was the kind of person who looked normal from the outside. Good grades, quiet life, no drama, nothing obviously wrong. But the truth was, she spent most of her time alone. Her parents worked late, her older brother barely spoke to her, and most days the house felt too quiet. So like a lot of kids her age, she escaped into Roblox. Her favorite game was Adopt Me at first, then Tower of Hell, then Murder Mystery 2. But the game she kept returning to most was Brookhaven. Not because it was the best, not because it had amazing gameplay, but because Brookhaven gave her something real life didn't. Attention, freedom, the feeling that something interesting could happen at any second. Every evening, Elena would finish homework, eat dinner, go upstairs, and log in. Sometimes she role-played. Sometimes she just walked around the map and talked to random people. Most players were forgettable. A few were annoying. But one night, she met someone she didn't forget. His username was Riven_X13. At first, he looked completely normal. Simple avatar. No scary face. No weird description. No obvious creepy account energy. He joined the same neighborhood Elena was role-playing in, walked up to her avatar and typed something simple. Nice house. That was it. Not dramatic, not scary, just normal enough to make her answer. She replied, "Thanks." A few minutes later, they were talking like they had known each other for weeks. That was the strange thing about some Roblox friendships. They can go from zero to personal in one night. He was funny in a dry way. He typed fast. He always seemed to know exactly what to say next. And most importantly, he listened. At least it felt like he did. The next night he was there again. Not in the same server at first, but shortly after she joined, he appeared. Then the next night too. Then the next. Soon it stopped feeling random. Elena didn't really question it, because part of her liked it. There was something nice about logging in and knowing someone was already looking for you. He would invite her into role plays, drive her around Brookhaven, joke with her in chat, and stay online later than almost anyone else. A week later, they moved from game chat to Discord. That was when things got deeper. He never pressured her at first. That's important. He didn't act aggressive. He didn't immediately ask weird questions. He just talked about music, school, sleep problems, family. He always seemed calm. Too calm, almost. Elena started telling him little things, nothing huge at first. That she hated thunderstorms, that her parents argued sometimes, that she usually played alone at night because everyone in her house went to sleep early. Then one night he said, "You always get quieter after midnight." Elena stared at that message, because it was true. After midnight, her whole mood changed. She became slower, more tired, more honest, and he had noticed. She typed, "How do you know that?" He replied, "Because I pay attention." That answer should have bothered her more than it did. Over the next month, Riven became part of her routine. If he wasn't online, the game felt boring. If he replied late, she checked her phone more often. If he sounded different, she noticed immediately. He had slowly become the center of her online life, without her even realizing it. Then the messages started getting stranger. One evening, while they were both in Brookhaven sitting inside a virtual house, Riven typed, "Your room must be really cold." Elena laughed at first. "It is." "Why?" he answered. "You always type faster when you're under the blanket." That made her stop smiling. Now maybe that sounds small, maybe even explainable, but if you've ever had someone online notice one detail too many, you know the feeling? It's not fear at first, it's discomfort. The quiet kind, the kind that tells you something is slightly wrong, even if you can't explain why. Elena asked how he knew that. Riven responded with a shrug emoji, then changed the subject. The next day, she told herself she was overthinking. Then it got worse. A few nights later, he said, "Turn your lamp off. It's making your eyes look tired." This time, Elena froze because her desk lamp was on, and she had not told him that. She stared at the screen for a full 10 seconds before replying. "What?" No answer for almost a minute. Then he typed, "Relax, just joking." But Elena didn't relax. For the first time since meeting him, she looked around her room. Window closed, curtains shut, door locked, no camera on. No obvious reason anyone should know what her room looked like right now. She logged off early that night. The next day, she almost blocked him. Almost. But that's the thing about these situations. When someone becomes part of your daily life, it's weirdly hard to cut them off, even when you know you probably should. Part of you wants one more explanation, one more message, one more chance to prove it was nothing. So the next night, she logged in again, and he was already there, not just online, waiting in front of her house in Brookhaven. His avatar didn't move when she joined. It was just standing there, like he had been waiting only for her. When Elena approached, he typed, "You left too fast yesterday." She replied, "You were acting weird." Then he said something that made the inside of her stomach drop. "You have stars on your ceiling, right?" Elena physically moved back from the computer. Because yes, when she was younger, her parents had stuck glow-in-the-dark stars on her ceiling. Most had faded, but a few were still there. She had never posted pictures of her room online, never shown him, never mentioned it. She typed, "Who are you?" He took longer than usual to answer. Then finally, "Someone who sees more than you think." That was enough. Elena exited the game, closed Discord, and blocked him everywhere she could. For the rest of the evening, her heart wouldn't calm down. She kept replaying every message in her head, looking for the point where it stopped being normal and started becoming dangerous. She checked her window twice, then 3 times. She even told herself maybe one of her friends was trolling her somehow, but none of them knew enough details either. That night she barely slept. The next morning she told her older brother what happened. He laughed. Not because he was trying to be cruel. He just thought it sounded impossible. "It's probably some kid messing with you," he said. "Maybe you leaked something by accident." Her parents took it more seriously, but only a little. They told her not to talk to strangers online, to keep her accounts private, and to stop playing so late if it was making her paranoid. So Elena tried to move on. For 4 days, she stayed off Roblox completely. No Brookhaven, no Discord, nothing. And for 4 days, nothing happened. Then on the 5th day, a new account sent her a friend request. Username, starwatching_44. No avatar items, empty profile, brand new account. She ignored it. Then another request came. Ceiling stars 44. Then another. Lampoff_13. At that point, Elena felt sick, because those names were not random. They were built out of the exact things Riven had said. She declined all of them, but new ones kept appearing. Not dozens at once, just one every few hours. Slow enough to feel intentional. Like whoever was doing this wanted her to understand that blocking one account meant nothing. That same night, she got a DM request on Discord from an unfamiliar username with no profile picture. It said only one sentence. "You should not have blocked me." Elena didn't answer. She showed her parents. This time, they finally understood that something was wrong. Her father checked all her privacy settings. Her mother told her not to use her laptop alone for a while. Her brother stopped laughing. For the next 2 days, Elena stayed mostly offline. The house felt tense. Every little sound felt bigger than it should. And then came the worst part. 3 nights later, Elena was lying in bed trying to fall asleep when she heard the faint sound of a notification from her desk. She sat up. Her laptop was closed. She had shut it down completely. But somehow the screen was glowing. Elena got out of bed slowly and walked over to it. The screen was on. Roblox was open. Brookhaven was loaded. She did not remember turning it on. She did not remember opening anything. And in the middle of the street, under the night sky in the game, there was one avatar standing still. Riven_X13. She felt ice run through her whole body. Then a chat bubble appeared above the avatar. "Look behind you." Elena spun around instantly. Nothing. Just her room. Just darkness. Just the door. When she turned back to the laptop, the avatar was gone. But a private message had appeared on the screen. "I'm closer when you panic," Elena screamed. Her parents ran into the room. Her father unplugged the laptop immediately. Her mother started crying before Elena had even finished explaining what she saw. Her brother searched the whole house, then checked outside with a flashlight, even though there was probably nothing to find. The police were never able to do much. There was no forced entry, no clear evidence, no proof that someone had physically been near the house. A lot of it sounded digital, and digital fear is hard to explain once the moment passes. But Elena's parents didn't care whether it sounded crazy or not. The laptop was taken away. Her accounts were deleted. They changed internet passwords, checked cameras, updated everything, reported every account they could find. And for a while, that seemed to be enough. No more requests, no more DMs, no more strange messages. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, Elena's brother came into her room holding his phone with a weird expression on his face. He said, "You need to see this." On the screen was a Brookhaven clip uploaded by some random tiny account. The video quality was terrible. The camera moved like a real player recording on an old device. It showed a dark street in Brookhaven, a red house in the distance, and a bedroom window glowing upstairs. Then the player zoomed in. Inside the room, standing completely still next to the bed, was an avatar with Elena's exact outfit. Same hair, same face, same accessories she used to wear. And behind that avatar, near the corner of the room, was Riven_X13. Not moving, just watching. The clip ended there. No caption, no context, no comments, nothing. Her brother checked when it had been uploaded, 2 hours earlier. From that point on, Elena never played Brookhaven again. Maybe never Roblox at all. Because whether it was one person stalking her through fake accounts, a hacker messing with her device, or something darker hiding behind a normal avatar, one thing was clear. Riven had never really treated it like a game. That was the difference. For Elena, Brookhaven was somewhere to escape. For him, it was somewhere to get closer. So now I want your honest theory in the comments. Do you think Riven was just a real stalker using Roblox and Discord to terrify her? Or do you think someone was somehow watching her through the game itself? Because that "look behind you" message is the part I still cannot get out of my head. Stay safe. Don't overshare with strangers online. And remember, when somebody on Roblox knows one detail too many about your real life, it stops being creepy roleplay and starts becoming a real problem.